Welcome to New Business on Main Street with Russ Johnson. It's where social media meets millions of today's consumers. The Entrepreneur Business Strategy will reach over 200 million Americans this year. If moving goods and services is important to you, then you won't want to miss this information on the techniques, skills, and strategies that will increase your bottom line. Get ready for super profits to be made with entrepreneur marketing. There are 92 million millennials in the United States, meaning those born between 1980 and the year 2000. They will take over the leadership of major corporations in the next few years. These future captains of industry are convinced that entrepreneur marketing is the smart way of doing business. It's where entrepreneurship meets millions of today's consumers. So sit back, relax. It's time to learn how to take advantage of this strategy in today's economy. Now, here's Russ Johnson.
There, good evening. Thank you very much for being with us again on Main Street, the business on Main Street, and 1470, of course. Thank you. Each week we have been talking about business and new business opportunities. And so today you have been, Lisa, we have Lisa with us, and she's had a gym, spa, and the whole 9 yards. I mean, you did a great job on that.
Thank you.
What did he say, 17,000 or
17,000 square feet.
Right, a space.
2,000 members, 65 employees.
Wow.
And big headaches.
But you learned a lot.
A lot.
You learned a lot. Okay, let's talk about that because we are talking about new business on Main Street, all kind of new businesses. Mm-hmm. Now, you started that 13 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. What prompted you to even start a business like that? I mean, why a gym? Why a spa? Why all that?
Well, I've always been into health, so I always wanted to do something to help people.
Okay.
And I always worked out. I started teaching aerobics, I think, when I was 20. Mm-hmm. So I opened the business when I was 30. And like we were talking about on Sunday, I worked for my father since I was 10. And hi, Dad, you're listening.
Oh, okay. What kind of business? Did he have one that's comparable to?
No, not at all. Alternators and starters.
Oh, okay. But he was very successful. Or
very,
he is very successful.
Yeah.
Very successful.
Very, very.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, he started from a little truck, driving around a truck with alternators and starters.
Is that right?
To distributing worldwide, and now he's one of the biggest in the country. Uh-huh. Yeah, he's pretty good.
He started from scratch almost.
Oh, right? For sure, from scratch.
Okay, what prompted him to get into that business, and why not get a job?
He's Jewish, and my mom was actually studying to become a nun when she met my dad. And fell in love.
Oh, okay. All right, love is a good
thing. He ripped his pants while he was playing football, and she just decided to give up nunnery. Oh, gosh, I had to throw that in there.
That was
great.
But
he felt like he would be the only Jewish man to not become successful. He had not really a fear in him, but well, I guess it was a fear. He was never fearful in life. He always went after whatever he wanted.
Okay.
But he had a fear that if he didn't drive every day and every minute, he wouldn't be successful, and then he couldn't live with that.
So he was driven.
So driven.
Well, he wanted success. Well, in his mindset, in his mind's eye, he knew he could do something different besides get a job. Nothing wrong with a job now.
Right.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But he knew that he could be an entrepreneur.
Oh, for sure. Like what we were talking about the other day. Uh-huh. I think it's an innate ability. Like you're born with it, that you can do something and you have no fear. You just go after whatever it is you want to do in life.
All right, so when you were a little girl, did you think you would go into business?
Yeah, I knew I would work with my dad. I thought I wanted to take over his business, but alternators and starters and 90% men in that industry, and it just wasn't for me. I actually worked for him out of college for 3 years. And we clashed because he's very, very driven, and he's a little bit different than I am in the business world, a little harder and not as nice. But he has to be that way, and he was extra hard on me because I was his daughter. So I felt like I didn't want to be under his thumb, so to say. So he was proud of me that I went out and did what I wanted to do.
Well, let's talk about how did you really do that. I mean, you went to school and you got your degree in psychology.
Yeah, and exercise physiology, both.
Both, okay.
Yeah.
So you had a double major?
A major and a minor.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then you say, you said, after finishing college, I want to have my own business. Is that what you did?
Well, I started teaching and training.
Okay.
And when we talk about my book later, there was a boyfriend that I had, and he owned a gym, and I was so fascinated by his business and himself that I wanted to do whatever he did. So that I had this dream to own a gym one day. And so I started working in the gym business, teaching and training. And then my father, like I told you, he had me work 10 years to learn every facet of a gym and a spa so that I knew how to teach, how to train, how to clean the bathrooms, toilets, like everything you have to learn about the gym business, how to run the numbers, how to sell the memberships. I actually moved to California to learn how they did it because they were a step above Florida back in the day when I started, like 15 years ago. So I pretty much had to learn everything there was to learn about the gym industry before my father would help me open my own.
And so when you did open your own, 17,000 square feet, that's a lot of space. Why would you?
Yeah, I didn't want that. I wanted like a 3,000 square foot little personal training studio. But I happened to be working at a gym that had already opened the gym, that it was zoned for a gym. And I was teaching one day and I saw a sign that the guy had backed out of the deal. So I jumped in, and then we negotiated with the landlord for 1 year to get that location. And my father helped me negotiate, so the price was okay. And then we pulled away, and my dad told me forget it because it was too much for me. But I went behind his back and talked to the owner of Grand Palms, which was where my gym was. It's like a golf course, country club, a whole huge to do. And I wrote him some kind of letter, letting him know that I know this is what I want, and I'm going to give it 100,000%. And then he came back and took my dad's deal. So we made it work.
That was a big gym. Now,
huge.
It was like a warehouse.
Yeah, bigger than like an LA Fitness, same size.
Well, same size. And then you had to put all the pieces together.
Everything, and it was in a community that had to have a spa and a salon. So now I went from just owning a gym to owning a spa and a salon. Luckily, I had worked at spas and gyms, not hair salons, but I guess a business is a business. When you know the numbers, you know the bottom line, you know your overhead, you know what you have to do to market, you know how many memberships you have to sell. It works. I somehow it all came together.
Well, obviously you had to put a lot of energy into that.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of planning.
Oh, a lot of planning, a lot of work.
And a lot of help.
A lot of help. Oh, yeah, I could have used more help. But from working for my dad for so long, I learned from him that one person could do 10 jobs instead of hiring 5 great people and paying them top dollar to maybe not even do what you could do. I kind of pretty much did everything with my husband at the time, who helped a lot. So it was a lot of hard work.
So we really are talking about being real creative, putting in 80 hours a week plus, right?
Right.
Okay. So you have a work ethic.
A work ethic, but one thing you just said is key. Creativity. That's what I learned from my dad, who's a master of creativity. He puts together a flyer to sell all the parts to his business. And back in the day when he started, they all told him that's never going to work. And he was the only one who got creative and got out of the box, that did something so creative that he became like the godfather of his industry.
Wow.
So he instilled that in me. Creativity is everything. Just thinking out of the box and doing things that no one else would do. We had a juice bar. We had wine and cheese night. We had hypnotherapy.
Wow.
We had like people doing yoga and massages on the floor. So yeah, you have to get creative.
But that was really creative.
Oh, you have to. That's the only way I think you can make it in
let's
business.
talk about the success of that 17,000 square foot space that you had. You ran for 13 years.
Yeah.
Long time.
Long time.
A lot of work.
Too much. Too long, too. I should have gotten out probably a couple years prior.
And we will talk about why you got out. But in the meantime, you had 2,000 members there.
Yeah.
You had 65 employees. So that must have been like herding cats, so to speak. You know, being in kindergarten sometimes. Because everybody doesn't bring to the table the kind of discipline, willingness, and persistence and dedication that you had for the business.
Sure. And there's a funny story.
Okay.
I'm not a massage therapist. I'm a trainer. I'm a aerobic instructor. Yes, I did bookkeeping. I pretty much could do everything. Like I told you, my dad taught me when I worked for his company. I was packing boxes in the 90-degree warehouse. So when you learn every facet of a business, you can cover anyone. So now I had a top spa, like you get really nice plush robes and coffee and tea, and it was beautiful. So one day, one of my massage therapists, I shouldn't be maybe saying this, but she didn't show up.
Okay.
And I had a lady who was getting into a tub. I had a hydrotherapy tub with like 1,200 jets. And she would get in the tub, and then she would get a massage on the shoulders with the cucumbers on her eyes. Well, the massage woman never showed up that day. So I jumped in as a massage therapist, pretending, and I've never been a massage. I could never do a full body massage, but I pretended to be one of the therapists, and I gave her a neck and shoulder massage for 45 minutes. I don't even know how I got through that, but it worked.
It worked.
And because I always watched everyone who worked for me and learned what they did, but it's funny, you have to jump in and know how to do everything because it's hard to depend on the people.
Well, I tell you, I congratulate you. And you ran that for 13 years.
13.
And you made a few dollars.
Yeah.
The business produced, what, $1 million a year?
We grossed about 1.6 million, but our overhead was huge.
Oh, of course.
Well, we would profit a good 200,000 or more a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had a nice little lifestyle with that.
Yeah, we did.
Great. And your father must be, and still is, very proud of you.
Yeah, he was happy for the time I didn't need to borrow any money, but when the economy took a turn and I needed a little bit of help.
Let's talk about that because you did finally sell that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about why. Why? Because of the economy drop?
Yeah, 2008, 2009, when the economy took a turn, my spa, who I grossed about $800,000 a year in the spa alone.
Oh, wow.
People stopped spending money because they weren't treating themselves to massages, facials. They still needed the gym, but the gym's a $40 a month membership compared to a massage that's $80 or $90 per person. And we had 12 therapists working full time.
Wow.
So that really affected me a lot when the economy took a turn.
Big operation. So you sold it.
I ended up getting 2 partners, and that went sour. And at the end, I pretty much gave it away for peanuts.
You said, you can have this.
Yeah, right. Just take it
I'm
so
out
I
of
could
here.
leave, right.
Right. Well, okay. Well, it's good you were able to get out like that.
Yeah, I was.
So now, so with all that success, if you will, in business, what are you doing now? Let's talk about what you're doing now.
Now I'm doing everything I did in the gym when I was able to do what I loved, which is training and teaching, a life coach and a personal trainer.
Okay.
And when the business got so big and when it got so enormous or when the economy took a turn, I couldn't do what I love. So helping people, healing people, teaching mind, body, spirit, transforming people's lives, that's what I do now, full time, with zero overhead.
Zero overhead.
Zero.
Okay. So people who come to you now who need some therapy, emotional, psychological, or physical therapy, right?
Right.
And then you also tell them about nutrition and how to take care of their bodies.
Everything.
Because, by the way, you were doing, I don't know whether they have the picture on the screen or not.
Yeah.
But you used to do contests and win contests.
Yeah.
Right.
Some competitions.
Yeah. So you know how to tell people what to eat, how to take care of their bodies, and if they were interested in being a contestant, and body building the body, you can tell them how to do it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
I actually did boot camps where I would train people how to train for a competition.
Okay.
So I can take anybody. I could actually take a person who's right now 50 pounds overweight and transform them in a matter of 4 months to be able to get on stage and do a fitness
That's a big
competition.
statement.
Well, that's if they follow everything that I tell them, which 90% people don't.
Oh, okay. So only 10% of the people will listen then.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if I wanted to go on stage.
Oh, for sure you could.
Oh,
Well,
for-
you're already in shape.
No, not really.
You are.
I need some help.
No, it would be just working out probably an hour a day and eating perfect. Eating is 90%. 80 to 90% is what goes in your mouth, how your body's going to look.
Right. I don't know whether we're taking a break now. The engineer, we're taking a break now? Yeah, let's take a break now because when we come
The
back, I
longer
want
I
to talk
live,
about it.
the more I realize the importance of attitude on life. Attitude, to me, is more important than facts. It's more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than success, than what other people think, say, or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, a home. The remarkable thing is, we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play the new string we have, and this is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We're in charge of our attitude. Charles Swindoll.
This is New Business on Main Street with Russ Johnson, where you can learn the strategies needed to be a successful business entrepreneur. Want to learn more about the opportunities entrepreneur marketing can show you to help you be successful? Go to newbusinessonmainstreet.com. That's newbusinessonmainstreet.com. Once again, here is Russ Johnson.
Dwoskin.
Okay, we have Lisa Dwoskin, and she's a life coach, a personal trainer. She does group exercises, and she'll tell you about fitness and nutrition and spiritual enlightenment and healthy living and on and on and on. And then, so now the people, and you have a website, you have a Facebook.
Yeah, Body by Lisa, which is BBL Fitness, or lisadwoskin.com, which is DWOSKIN.com.
Okay,
Lisa.
great. And then the people who want to call you, they can call you at 571
Yeah.
354-7215.
Right.
And so you take people and get them in shape
Yeah.
and help lift it. So I was reading your book. Your book is awesome. This, I
thank
congratulate.
you.
This
Thank
is
you.
tell us why you did the book. It's
Metamorphosize, the transformation within. It's a book about balancing mind, body, spirit, and not just working out for your physical body, but working out on your mind and your spirit as well.
Right.
To balance all three to transform your life, because you could look beautiful on the outside and be super fit like a supermodel, but inside, if you hate yourself, what's the point of looking great on the outside? It's actually better to look good and feel good on the inside and outside both, and be healthy for longevity of life.
so how can people? Is transformation within? Believe in yourself, and you will achieve greatness.
Yeah.
The title of the book.
Yeah. How to do it?
How to do it.
Okay. First, to start getting to know yourself by
Okay.
journaling.
Okay.
I tell a lot of people to journal, like, what are their fears? What are their passions? What's holding them back? What occurred in their childhood? What is occurring in their future that they're so worried about? Journaling is so important to get in touch with yourself, and also meditation. Like I was talking about with you earlier, meditation is not getting in a position and acting like a guru from China or India. It's closing your eyes and breathing like we did. Taking a deep breath, breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, breathe out for 5 seconds, just to lower your anxiety, your stress level, quiet your mind, slow down your life, shut off the electronics, listen to your inner voice and what it is that you're fearful, passionate about. Once you get in touch with yourself as a person, you're able to transform your life on the inside, which radiates on the outside. And my favorite saying is, with a positive mind, your body will react accordingly.
Wow.
Yeah, so keep your mind positive.
So then you recommend, when you are teaching and training and helping people to realize their full potential as a person.
For sure.
and the spiritual development of the. So you teach that too.
Yeah, I think nowadays personal trainers have become more life coaches.
Okay.
Most of the good ones, there's a lot of not so good ones out there. Make sure you, for the people listening, make sure that the trainers are certified. That's very important.
It is, huh?
Extremely. There's so many that are out there that aren't, and they're hurting people.
Oh,
So the ones that are certified and educated with a college degree or some kind of education online, they can do it over a period of time. They want to walk you through transforming your life, not just going into a gym and lifting weights. It's
Okay.
not about that.
it's not about that.
No, it's about a life coach who coaches a person how to become happier, how to live healthier, and how to look and feel better.
You do work with a lot of women's groups that you are helping. When I was reading the book, it's an excellent book, by the way. And
Thank
if I were to be interested in getting this book, where can I?
It's on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, or the easiest way is to go to my website, thelisadwoskin.com.
Okay. And then for those people who want to get some help, or they may have a group of people, or 4 or 5 persons, or individual.
Oh, I
they can-
love to talk to them.
Okay.
I
Well,
do seminars wherever people want me to go. I do a couple a month, 2 or 3 a month,
Right.
where I get large groups of people. And even if 5 show up, I'll talk 90 minutes to 5 people.
Okay.
And just about meditation and healing.
Right. Well,
So anybody out there listening, you need me, I'm there.
okay. Do you know a guy named George Love? A lot of people know him in Boca. I have to
no.
introduce you to him.
Oh, okay.
He's a Tai Chi guru. or
Oh, I
whatever.
love Tai Chi.
And so Dr.
Yeah.
Love, he's too much. But
Oh, no, I don't know him.
Yeah. Well, if for anybody who wants, there are a lot of people who do know him in Boca and Delray Beach, and his number is 502-6200. So that's up for people. But
Okay.
your number here, let me give your number here. It's very important because you're able to teach people, train them, help them to live comfortably, make them satisfied with whom they are, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then you can help people to get on a better diet.
Get on a
nutritionally.
better diet.
Yeah, because you really do that. You really concentrate on that.
Yeah, I give nutritional advice. I'm not a certified dietitian.
Right.
There are certified dietitians, but we are allowed to advise nutrition.
Okay.
And I've had many years of studying nutrition, so I could help with the nutrition, I help with the exercise, and most importantly, just teaching people how to be kind and loving to themselves.
So love is the answer then.
Loving themselves is the answer.
Okay, loving themselves.
Because they
is-
think loving another will make them happy, but if they don't love themselves, they're not going to be happy with another person.
Okay, so how would you teach me to love myself if I don't love myself? If I don't have great self-esteem or self-image, well, how would you help me with
You
that?
would start meditating and you would listen to your mind, quiet your mind, listen to your spirit, and just relax. I think people don't love themselves because they're not in a relaxed state of mind. They're going, and trying to drive here, drive there. And when I say drive, not in a car, drive their lives. They need to slow down, get in touch with themselves. Also, believe it or not, Louise Hay, one of my famous favorite authors, You Can Heal Your Life. She says, get up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and just say, I love you to yourself. And when you say that every day to yourself, you start loving yourself more. Feed your mind with positive thoughts. When the negative thought comes out, for you women out there who don't love your bodies, when a negative thought comes out, oh, my thighs are fat, or oh, this, just change your way of thinking. Tweak the way that you think and talk to yourself, and therefore you will love yourself more.
Well, your number is 571-354-7215. Again, that's 571-354-7215. Now, they can call you, schedule appointments with you if they have a group of person or one-on-one.
Yeah, I do one-on-one coaching on the phone. There's some health clubs in the United States that I work with on Skype. And just the coaching, or I do training one-on-one at local gyms or at people's homes, or the groups, the seminars with the groups.
That's great. So that keeps you busy then, but you don't do the 80 hours a week anymore.
No. I only work when my kids are in school, so I limit it.
Right. So now you're in control of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And is that a better life than what you had before? You were doing 80 hours.
Oh, so much better.
Is that right?
Because I get to do what I love. I didn't love running a business, and it's funny because my father again warned me, you're taking over a huge entity and it's not going to be fun. And it was fun the first couple years, and then when you're making a lot of money it's fun, but then when it gets tough it's not as fun, and I didn't enjoy it as much. So no, I like having zero overhead, doing what I love and helping people. It just makes my heart happy.
And then you can help other folks to do the same thing, because a lot of people are really stressed these days.
Very.
Because of the economy took a dive, obviously. You know
Yeah.
that. And business is not what it used to be.
Right.
Hopefully it'll come back, but I don't know. I won't bet on it. But
Yeah.
but we have to all keep working on it. But you can help people to have a better lifestyle and a better life in terms of knowing who they are and knowing how to tap into their energy force.
Right, and
so
doing it
forth.
now, not waiting.
Oh, now?
Doing it now. That's the problem with people. They're waiting for when they're going to meet the perfect person, when they're going to find the perfect job, when they're going to make the money, when they're going to lose the weight, or they're worrying so much about the past, they can't live in the here and now. So what I like to teach is to become more mindful of living in the moment, raise your level of conscious awareness, and look around you, look at nature, look at the trees, the ocean, the sky, and be thankful and grateful for today.
Well, the picture, the picture that you paint is a great picture. And so for folks, if you want to get help, because we all need help,
Yeah.
Lisa's number is 571-354-7215. I'm going slow because I want people to copy
No, I
this.
want you to.
571-354-7215. Call Lisa anytime. Go to her website. One more time, the website.
Lisa Dwoskin, DWOSKIN.com.
And you're on Facebook too.
And Body by Lisa or BBLfitness.com on Facebook.
Okay, great. Hey, thanks for listening. Right here,
Thank
1470.
you. Bye.
New Business Home World on Main Street.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. William Ernest Henley.
Be your own boss, own your own successful business marketing empire, and enjoy the financial freedom and flexibility to retire in a 3 to 5 year period of time. Don't let anyone steal your dream of financial security and independence. Personal development is at the core of successful people engaged in entrepreneur marketing. It will help you develop a healthy dose of self-esteem and self-image. Know that what you think about, you bring about. You are a co-creator of your environment. Your mind is the master power that